Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Science with Mia. Today we're going to be talking about flowering plants. Now here's an interesting fact that Mia wanted me to share with you. 90% of all the plants in the world form from seeds, and seed plants can be split into two categories, conifers and flowering plants. Conifers form their seeds in cones, and flowering plants form their seeds in flowers. And that's the group we're going to be talking about today. Now, some flowering plants don't produce big, beautiful flowers. They have small flowers, but they're still called flowering plants. For example, an oak tree, that's a flowering plant. A tomato plant, that's a flowering plant. Did you know that, Mia? That's pretty cool, isn't it? But today, we are going to be focusing on a flowering plant that does make a big, beautiful flower. And this is so we can dissect it and see all the different parts. So before you get started, you want to ask your family if there's a flower that you can take from your yard or a neighbor's yard that you'll be able to take apart and see all of the different parts. You also want to print out this copy of your parts of a flower and your flower dissection page so you can record your results from this investigation. All right, let's get started. Okay, now, as you are taking your flower apart, you want to turn it over upside down and start taking it apart from the bottom. Now, as we take it apart from the bottom, you can see that this part right here, this is called a sepal. Now, it kind of looks like a leaf. This part right here, I'm trying to peel it apart right here. This one, that's a sepal. It looks like a leaf, but it's not. It's part of the flower called the sepal. Take them apart one by one. And this other part underneath it is actually the receptacle. Now let me show you what that looks like after you take it apart. So here's one I did earlier. So here are the sepals. This is the receptacle. The receptacle is kind of like the holder for the flower. These are the petals. This is the female part called the pistil. You can actually see the seeds right inside of there. And see those tubes right there? The pollen goes down those tubes to fertilize those seeds. And these parts right here, all of those are the stamen. That's the male part. That's what one of them looks like. Just one, and that's where the pollen is. You can see the yellow at the top. That's why it's good to have a background paper as you take this apart. All right, so as you take it apart, you want to sketch it. Here's the one that Mia and I did. You can see the whole flower and then the receptacle. Just sketch each part as you take it apart. It's a really fun activity. Have fun dissecting your flower. See you next time. Bye, boys and girls.